And I am Andrea, and we will be asking some questions about philosophy around here at ATENEO de NAGA University. So what are you waiting for? Let's go!
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower.
Napakahirap naman ng question mo. Pero sa akin kasi, what is life is whatever you believe it to be. Ano kasi ako, medyo of a nihilist. So, for me, life is kind of meaningless. Pero, ikaw na ang bahala kung anong gagawin mo.
For me, the meaning of life is creating experiences, memories to those we love the most in our family, our friends that that we share our lives with.
Happiness kasi is subjective. So it really depends on the person whether things that they have at the moment will make them happy.
I think it can. Pero hindi naman natin masasabing constant yung happiness. Kasi sa life, 'di ba, may ups and downs.
Oh, that's life. Thank you.
Para sa Korea, ang hostisya, kung sinasabing pantay-pantay, walang kinikiling na batas. Kumbaga pantay-pantay gap sa gabos, baka lang mayaman sa kamahirap. Dapat pantay lang. Yan skill.
For me, there is life after death. I believe in your reincarnation, and I believe that there are possibilities that we can become something more in the afterlife.
For that, when I also learned that in my philosophy class, ang dami rin kasi talagang perspectives on it, especially through the years, especially now na very sensationalized ang death amongst our generation. But I think na to live on after death is something that you can find in people who were once in your life or who still live now. You can live through them. And then siguro for the afterlife, kumbaga na parang concept, I think that's something that we can never really answer until we actually cross that road. And
For me, it's better to know the truth than to be happy. Kasi sometimes, 'di ba, may mga circumstances na pwedeng makuha natin yung happiness sa katotohanan. Yun lang.
For me is to know the truth kasi paano ka naman magiging masaya kung may nagsisinungaling? Sino bang nakakita ng ganun?
For me, it probably depends kasi sometimes there's the saying, ignorance is bliss. Parang it's better, there are truths ba na parang that are better left unsaid kasi for example, it might ruin something good na it doesn't necessarily have to be. Sometimes parang you have to be selectively truthful, I guess. For at least that's for me kasi parang you have a lot of considerations. You have to be ethical about a lot of things. You have to consider a lot of people, mga ganyan na bagay. Itong implications of telling the truth. And I guess for me, the truth necessarily doesn't have to be said. I think it's better to be happy. Pero at the same time, you shouldn't be too, I guess, blinded by yung happiness that you're kind of like parang easygoing, parang easy-go-lucky, ganyan na ganun.
The universe told me, put it in a love song.
para sa akin, based from what I've learned in my philosophy class, parang essentially, free will is what you make of it, kumbaga. Na parang some people will say na, may freedom ako to do this, but may limitations. But meron din magsasabi na, you're free naman to do anything regardless of my law or if my not, they're just words. So it really just depends on kung ano talaga ang gusto mong, how you want to package free will, essentially.
I think we have free will to a certain extent. I don't believe that we have free will in its most absolute definition na free will na kaya natin gawin ng mga bagay na pwede natin gawin. I guess what free will entails is yung responsibility kasi with free will dapat hindi mo rin na yung freedom ng iba kasi we all have free will. It's just that parang you have to be responsible about what you do since you might be able to impede itong pagtamasa ng freedom ng ibang tao.
For me, it's better to forgive but not to forget po. If, since pwede mo naman siya patawarin, pero justice is parang a big topic to kung dun siya naman pag-uusapan.
I think because we're complex creatures, we inherently parang na-appreciate talaga natin kung ano ang art and beauty within sa paligid natin at sa external na nakikita natin. Or even kahit yung sa music and everything. Since we're complex creatures, parang inherently kasi talaga na-appreciate natin siya. And yung contribution niya maybe in society is making life better and making it meaningful kumbaga, and then parang adding colorful na din color to our lives.
We're talking about value, no? So art, beauty, and the rest of the stuff basically talks about aesthetics, right? And it's like the philosophy of appearance, and at the same time of how the world appears basing from our senses. It's more than valuable, I think, because no knowledge is perceived outside from our perception. And so therefore, I see colors, I see the beauty of the skies, I enjoy the taste of food, no? So these qualities are, or the values of appearance, the values of aesthetic is much more important, especially in my existence. Not only in this what do you call this one, concept, but in the existence of a human being as well.
Yung mind, siya yung nag-iisip ng mga bagay-bagay, pero yung body yung gumagawa ng naisip. So parang whatever you think, most probably lalabas din siya on your actions. So kadalasan nagre-reflect yung ginagawa mo kung ano yung nasa isip mo regarding sa isang tao. So kaya minsan, I think yung mga actions natin, kahit hindi natin sinasabi, we have like certain like interpretation towards other people na ito ganito, ito ganyan. Because we believe kung ano yung nasa isip nila, yun yung pinapakita nila sa atin. So I think that's the relationship.
One cannot go independently without the other. That's the basic answer to that question, no? The relationship between the body and mind, one cannot exist without the other. So that's the point of that. Now to explain further, diba meron tayong kasabihan, no, na mens sana in corpore sano, according to Latin dictum. A sound mind is a sound body. Now, once your mind is clear, once your thoughts are better, once your judgment is good, then therefore it can resonate in your body. And so therefore, mind and body goes hand in hand. Whatever you're thinking is being exhibited by our external factors like our body. Right? Halimbawa, di ako nag-adal sa exam because I'm too confident with my mind. Now, chances are, pag-abot kang si oras ng exam, then I might cram, no? And then my body would shake and tremble. So, physiologically speaking, yeah, they're related with each other. But more than that, no, marami mga sinasabi, that's the relationship of mind and body. One cannot go without the other.
happiness for me is a very complex feeling. Like, you can be happy but at the same time you know. Pero happiness for me is a simple, smile or a simple greeting. That's happiness. Like yung feeling na parang may I forgot the word, pero happiness for me is something that is irreplaceable in my day-to-day. Yun yung parang, it's what keeps me going. And that for me is happiness.
My perspective about the existence of God is, first of all, I grew up in a very religious family. But then when I entered the medical field, I'm a nursing student, fourth year nursing student, and my strand during my senior high school year was also here in ATENEO. And since then, since I was more exposed to the scientific side of life, I began to wonder if God does really exist. However, right now, we cannot go away with the fact that when life hits hard, we always resort to prayers and to our faith. So, in a nutshell, personally, I believe in God. However, I'm not very religious, but I am faithful.
Ang karapatang pantao o human rights na nagibo yan, ano man sa tao kasi naapakan ng mga tao hindi naman naapi kaya nagkaigusan yung human rights ng atin na pantang tao ano man lang sa tuloy yung pinasang ng batas ng mga puro sistema